Welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here, because today we're going to talk about something that's often misunderstood, yet touches so many lives: mental illness. Today, we're taking a journey inside the human mind, not through textbooks, but through the stories and insights of a psychiatric nurse with over 20 years of experience. These are real moments, real emotions, and real challenges faced by people every single day. This isn't about symptoms or checklists, it's about the lived experience, the confusion, the hope, the frustration, and sometimes the small victories that come with each day. It's about what 12 major mental disorders actually feel like, from the inside out. We'll explore the invisible battles, the moments of clarity, and the weight that can't always be seen from the outside. There's a huge gap between what people think mental illness is and what it actually means to live with it every day. It's not just about labels or diagnoses. It's about the human stories behind them. My goal is to open a window into these inner worlds and build a bridge of empathy. By sharing these perspectives, maybe we can help break down stigma and encourage understanding. If you're ready to walk in someone else's shoes, to see the world through their eyes, and to truly listen, let's get started on this important journey together. Let's start by talking about major depressive disorder, a condition that affects millions of people around the world, including many who work in healthcare. It's more than just feeling sad or having a bad day. It's a deep, persistent pain that can make daily life feel overwhelming. Depression isn't just sadness. It's a heaviness that settles over everything, making even the smallest task feel impossible. Getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, or even answering a text can feel like climbing a mountain. The world seems to lose its color and vibrancy. Food loses its taste, and the things that once brought joy or comfort now feel empty. Even relationships with loved ones can feel distant, as if there's an invisible wall separating you from everyone else. There's a persistent sense of guilt and worthlessness, like you're letting everyone down, even when you're fighting just to function. It's a constant battle with your own mind, and the weight can feel unbearable. It's important to understand that this isn't laziness or a character flaw. It's a relentless, internal struggle that takes real strength to face each day. Many people hide their pain, fearing judgment or misunderstanding. One patient described it as feeling like you're underwater, watching everyone else live on the surface, unable to break through no matter how hard you try. That sense of isolation can be overwhelming. But if you've ever felt that kind of darkness, know that you're not alone. There is help, there is hope, and reaching out is a sign of courage, not weakness. Now, let's talk about generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, a condition that quietly shapes the lives of millions of people every day. It's more than just feeling nervous before a big event or worrying about a specific problem. For those living with GAD, anxiety is a constant companion, often lurking in the background even during moments that should feel calm or safe. Imagine your brain as a radio you can't turn off, a steady hum of worry that sometimes blares into alarm. Even late at night when the world is quiet, your mind races with endless what-ifs, making it hard to rest or find peace. The anxiety isn't about one thing, it's about everything: health, work, relationships, the future. Everyday tasks can feel overwhelming, and even small decisions can trigger a cascade of worry that's hard to control. It's a constant sense of impending doom, coloring every interaction and decision. You might find yourself replaying conversations, second-guessing choices, or feeling on edge in situations that others find routine. Physically, it can feel like a racing heart, tense muscles, and exhaustion from trying to stay ahead of your fears. The body is always on high alert, leading to headaches, stomach aches, and a deep fatigue that sleep rarely fixes. One patient described it as living with your foot on the gas and the brakes at the same time, constantly revved up, but unable to move forward or relax. Most people with GAD are incredibly resilient. They're just fighting a battle most never see. Their strength lies in showing up day after day, despite the invisible weight they carry. And with understanding and support, that burden can become a little lighter. Panic disorder is often misunderstood as overreacting, but it's so much more. Imagine suddenly feeling like you're dying, heart racing, chest tight, vision narrowing, with no clear reason. The fear isn't just of the panic attack itself, but of when the next one will hit. People start to avoid places where attacks have happened and their world shrinks. Panic disorder hijacks your body's alarm system. No amount of willpower can just shut it off. That's the kind of terror that lives with you day in and day out. OCD isn't about being neat or organized. It's a cycle of relentless, intrusive thoughts and compulsions. It's like having an unwanted guest in your mind, whispering, "What if?" and driving you to perform rituals for relief. The relief is always temporary. The cycle starts over. And the shame can be crushing. OCD is not a personality quirk. It's a daily battle with your own mind. Most people fight this battle in silence. Bipolar disorder isn't just mood swings, it's a roller coaster of emotional extremes. Depressive episodes bring exhaustion and regret, while manic episodes bring intense energy, racing thoughts, and risky behavior. Mania can feel euphoric, but also brings agitation and impulsive decisions. The unpredictability makes it hard to trust your own mind or maintain stability. People with bipolar disorder are often creative and resilient, but live with a brain that swings between extremes. They never quite know what tomorrow will bring. Schizophrenia is one of the most misunderstood mental illnesses. It's not about being violent or crazy. It's a disorder where reality and imagination blur. People may hear voices, see things that aren't there, or struggle to know what's real. There's a deep sense of isolation, and fear of ridicule keeps many silent. The confusion is overwhelming, and withdrawal can feel like the only comfort. Schizophrenia is a human experience, not a horror story. Dissociative identity disorder is often sensationalized, but the real experience is far more nuanced. DID is about fragmentation, a mind divided into separate parts, each with its own memories and emotions. There are episodes of lost time, confusion, and feeling like a passenger in your own body. Above all, DID is rooted in coping with overwhelming trauma, not attention-seeking, but survival. These individuals deserve support and patience as they work to heal. Anorexia nervosa isn't just about wanting to be thin, it's a relentless fear of weight gain that turns every meal into a battle. Food becomes the enemy, and control over eating feels like the only way to manage overwhelming emotions. Even when starving, the fear of gaining weight overshadows everything else. Compliments or comments about eating can fuel shame and isolation. Recovery is possible, but it takes compassion and support. Borderline personality disorder is marked by intense, rapidly shifting emotions and a deep fear of abandonment. Imagine feeling everything at maximum volume: joy, anger, sadness, all overwhelming. Relationships feel like walking a tightrope, with constant worries about being left. The urge to avoid pain can lead to impulsive actions and a cycle of turmoil. The stigma is intense, but with understanding and therapy, healing is possible. People with BPD are some of the most sensitive and resilient I've met. PTSD isn't just about bad memories, it's the past invading the present with force. Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make trauma feel ever-present. Hypervigilance, sleep problems, and strained relationships are common. Everyday triggers can bring overwhelming fear or anger. The shame and isolation are real, but healing is possible with patience and validation. Survivors need safety and understanding above all. Substance use disorder isn't just bad choices, it's a cycle of compulsion, shame, and desperation. Addiction often starts as a way to cope with pain, but soon the substance becomes both the problem and the only perceived solution. The urge to use is overpowering, and guilt after relapse can be crushing. Shame and stigma keep many from seeking help, trapping them in secrecy. Recovery is possible. It's about facing an illness with courage and support. ADHD is much more than being easily distracted. It's like trying to focus on one radio station while a dozen others blare in the background. Everyday tasks become Herculean efforts, and frustration builds from wanting to do well but feeling blocked. Many with ADHD are creative and energetic. They just need different strategies to thrive. Different doesn't mean broken. As we wrap up, I hope you see that mental illness is far more than a label or list of symptoms. It's a lived reality, often invisible, but always deeply human. Building empathy starts with listening, not judging.